We're talking about each of the steps of putting your public message together, and we get to the brain dump, okay? So, this is how I go about doing a brain dump, and I do it several different ways, but here is one way that I do it. So, I take my topic, right? I wrote a thesis out. It's just a draft thesis. And so I take a circle, okay? And in that circle, I write down my topic: work, place, meeting, etiquette. Okay? And I start writing down all the things I know about it. Well, one of the first things I know is that um, you need an agenda. That's very important. There's also the time factor. There are notes need to be taken so that people know what's going on. There's also the behaviors, how people act when they're in the workplace. When they're in that meeting. And along with those behaviors, I'm going to put cell phone, silence, violence, I guess we could put computer or iPad, anything electronic, okay? Behaviors, attitudes. These are all just different things that we might, attitudes, attitudes, which could be good, bad, okay? In other words, positive, negative. So think about a meeting. What else would I think about a meeting? Something you really probably don't see in a book, but you got to know your place. That's just what I think. You got to know your place. That means, are you the one in charge? Are you the information giver? Okay. Are you maybe people expect you to be a naysayer? What is your place in that whole meeting? And so if I go down here to notes, official, distributed, reviewed, when I think about time, I think about um, I think about being on time. I think about the time of day or night. I think about who can be late, the agenda, brief, the agenda sent out at least 24 hours ahead of time. Okay, so this is my brain dump. This is my brain dump on this topic. This is just a few minutes. It's just the first things that just pop into my mind. So I've kind of already picked agenda, time, and notes. But what if I see this and I say, man, you know what? I really think we need to do behaviors instead. Then I go back to my thesis and I redo my thesis. So this is a brain dump. That's what you need to do as part of your group, is that you need to do a brain dump. You've read all your information and you might have some other knowledge to add to it. Maybe this is what's in the text, but you have your own thoughts in addition to all of this. This is a brain dump. Now what do you do? Okay, now what I do is I'm going to take agenda. So I think this is going to be one of my main points. I'm just going to say main point number 1 for right now. Okay, these are my thoughts about it. Now what do I need to do? Now I need to go find research. Okay, that's my next step. That's my next step, is to go find research. So let's say I am going to have 3 main points, and let's see. I think I am going to stay with time. So I'm going to make this a main point. And now I need research. And I am going to stick with notes. And this is going to be a main point. Okay? So out of all this, I don't have to use it all because I certainly don't have enough time to cover all of that, right? So what I'm going to do is, what do I really like? What really interests me? What do maybe I have enough information on? Where do I feel passionate about? Well, you know what? I think I'm going to stick with 3 main points. I'm doing a 7-minute speech. So I think that 3 main points will be good. It's going to be agenda, time, and notes, and I need to do research on each of these. All right, that's my brainstorming right there. I'm pulling all the information together, I'm organizing it, but I really need to do brainstorming and brain dump before I start putting my official logic together. Okay, thanks.